Hi, welcome to School of Miracles. My name is Kelly Lorraine, and I'm here with my co-host Miro, and we're here to talk about Thursday triggers. Last week's episode, Miro, I mentioned that Thursdays always seem to be the day where we start to feel the triggers. Again, Monday, it's like, oh, it's a new week. I feel good. Tuesday, I still feel fresh. Wednesday, things start to creep in. Thursday, now it's time to address those triggers. I feel very tense today, and even the weather outside is reflecting that, Miro. What is going on energy-wise for this check-in?
Hello, Kelly. And the energy is super intense because we had 1 month ago the new moon in Cancer. Last night we were having the waxing moon in Cancer as well in the last degrees, and it gives us basically one kind of reshaping our reality, our emotions, and everything. Everything that we had so far as some kind of emotional obstacle, regardless of what it is or what was the trigger, who triggered that basically came to us in a moment in a row of small tower moments. So you will feeling anxiety, you will feeling anger, you will feeling absolutely a lot of different weird bad emotions. And just because of that, that's the reason why our next new moon that is happening today is going to be super intense, because imagine that you were driving a car
Mhm.
about 30 miles per hour and instantly you've been transferred to drive an airplane. So
Right.
that's the reason why this energy is going to be super intense, because this new moon is going to happen in Leo. But speaking of triggers,
Mhm.
on sky currently we have Mars in conjunction with Uranus, and those two planets are definitely not collabing so good. I mean, we all have like in astrology that some good aspects and bad aspects, and we can watch through different perspective. The positive aspects are having something bad, the negative are having something good. But this one is super intense because it's causing us sudden out of nowhere anger, frustration, triggers, and absolutely everything.
I feel like what's happening is there's a bit of a closure, and I find full moons are all about purging and letting go, and new moons are about new manifestations. But I feel like there's a combination of both with this new moon. It feels like we're kind of letting go because that anger is bringing things to the surface, long-standing issues, conversations that need to be had. All these things are coming and boiling to the surface, and then all of a sudden we're going to move very quickly into new timelines. There was a video that I made the other day where I said, it feels like all of a sudden we're going to move forward very, very quickly. The timelines are going to shift. You said it's like from driving to an airplane. And I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to be in the driver's seat and we're just going to take off.
We will definitely take off, but there is a fear, because Uranus in astrology as well, it can mean the sudden change, the revolution, the rebel inside us. And imagine this. A lot of people are struggling with the fact that they are saying like, I want new things in life. I want this, I want that. But then when those things happen, they're afraid to make the step. They are afraid to accept and acknowledge things that the universe just gave them what they asked for. And there is a Mars who is basically, as a somebody, when somebody is poking you, on your shoulder, at the beginning, it's not a big deal, but after a while, you will have the bruise.
Yeah. No, I agree. It just feels like right now we're going through a major shift, and it's a little painful. Yet the Leo new moon is considered to be one of the luckiest new moons of the year. This is one that everybody talks about as being so great, and I think we have to recognize that, our new life is going to cost us our old life. And those pokes and those triggers, they're there for a reason. They're there to shift us forward out of our comfort zone and into the new. I always say it, I repeat myself all the time. It's one thing to ask for happiness, it's another thing to allow it. It's like people get what they want, they don't know what to do with it. So when we're getting those signs and those synchronicities and those pushes, it's almost like we say, I'm not ready. Can I do this? Can I have this? And then all of a sudden defense mechanisms come in, and then people want to just burn it all down. And that's unfortunate, really.
Look at like this. So basically, people is having a huge fear to let go.
You're right.
Imagine that you are now having, the vase from the Ming dynasty from 12th century.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a precious, it's expensive. It's something that it's historical, etc., etc. Now you are, making some meal, cooking something. With one hand, with another hand, you saw that that vase is going to fall. You're running,
Mm-hmm.
you're stretching yourself on a two places. Then somebody came, to your place. Maybe that's your partner, that's your kid, that's this, that's that, never mind who. And you trying to, be basically on all sides,
Mm-hmm.
um, trying to fix everything, trying to keep everything simple, try to keep everything perfect on their spot, but then you need to understand that you will be the one who will fall down. You will be the one who will break. Why? Because you are like all over the place. So what I'm trying to say is that we all need to basically just let go of everything. And if the cost is that vase, like from the Ming dynasty from 12th century, let it be, because what's coming to you is even more priceless. That's peace inside us. The
Mm-hmm.
new moon in Leo is going to bring us to a specific point in life where you say, I'm the king or I'm the queen in my life, and that's it. So basically, it's the empress and the emperor card. So you can choose. You can be like in an energy of, pages, in a way, like lowering down your energy, yet you need to evaluate yourself. And have that kind of evolution mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Or you can just let go of old patterns and behavior and just, accept the new energy that is coming towards you. So that's the issue right now, from the collective energy. It's more like the collectives are now so intense in a way, like everybody wants a change, but yet nobody is having the courage to, make a first step or just light on the trigger.
Fighting. I mean, people are fighting themselves right now. And, really what it comes down to is, how badly do you want this new start? Or how badly do you want this new energy? Because it's not just going to come so graciously and so easy. It doesn't work that way. It is going to take a little bit of a battle, and it's going to be well worth the battle. Like you said, if you got to let it fall, let it fall, because once you rebuild, it's going to be better than you ever expected you know now. Sorry, go ahead.
It's funny thing how people sometimes simply forget how powerful they are.
Yes.
That I just want to make one type of a closure with that, just to say that all of us inside us, because we are made of atoms, we are made of energy, we are basically living energy.
Yeah.
So if we understand the power that we have inside our mind, inside our soul, and our heart, basically, aka in our body, like,
Mhm.
we wouldn't watch on all of our problems in our life, because why? We were climbing on the Mount Everest, for example, and now yet we are crying because we have a smallest rock, in ahead of us.
Yes.
So I think that everybody needs to just, understand that you are powerful equals life gets hard that way. So basically everything is about balance in our life. Individually, we all have problems. Individually, we all have triggers. Like, I wouldn't talk about it, like, but it's crazy what how many things happened recently. But regardless of all of that, the peace that I contain in myself, that I have in myself, even though when the storm is ahead outside, that's where you're actually getting the clarification that you succeeded. It's not about fixing the trigger, it's about feeling peace until the trigger is there.
Hmm. I understand exactly what you're saying. I think that the future is very exciting. We don't have to be afraid of it. Even though there are some rocks along the way, it's going to be okay. And, those who really want it, they're going to allow it to happen. Mira, let's take a couple cards just really quickly to kind of feel out the energy, and just sort of see where we're at. Because I do think that people are feeling quite tense, but I want to remind people that we need to be very aware of what we think, what we feel, and what we do right now with this new moon, because we don't want to manifest anything we don't want. So if we're living in those triggers and we're burning it all down, you know, don't be surprised when that energy manifests itself even further. We want to course correct. Even if we've had a tense few days, it's okay. Okay, you had some moments, you burned it all down in that moment. That doesn't mean it has to stay that way.
Exactly.
See, look at it. You can't make it up. I have the 10 of Wands. Mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. There's the burdens. Yeah. And you have the Six of Cups.
Six of Cups. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is more like a cleansing the not just your triggers. You're cleansing the triggers from your ancestors. You're cleansing the triggers from because this is like your friend is going to trigger you, your partner, your kid, your pet, your ancestors from the energy world. You know, like everybody's going to trigger you now. Why? Because this card represents as well the gifts that you need to receive.
Right. I mean, that's
Let's
a
do two
card of
more
nostalgia
cards.
in general. It's something, you're right, it's your ancestors, it's your ancestry in general, ancestral karma and debt. But you know, all these triggers of the past, they're popping up to the surface right now. And it's like feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, and there's some reactions coming from them. I understand that. But that 10 card says, let it end. Plain and simple. 10, 1 plus 0 is a 1. Let's go to a new cycle. Let's let those old things go. Let's learn from them and let them go.
Because this is a huge energy cleansing. Like imagine that you're cleansing your space, that you're cleansing your house and everything in order to buy new things. First of all, the dust and everything that is, dirty, filthy, you need to like just throw in the trash, let go.
Yeah. And you know what? You can't even make this up. And oh my gosh, I love your card and I love my card. It's so on point because look, I went from the 10 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands, as we know, is manifestation, shooting your shot, communication, forward motion. And you've got the 3 of Cups, which is like celebration. We're going to celebrate the fact. And this is the shifting of timelines. This is where that speed is now going to happen. What was slow and exhausting and tiring, especially back in Cancer season, is not going to be like that anymore. It's going to be forward motion.
Yeah, remember that we have like you have the 10 of wands and you have the 8 of wands. You have the wand energy. I have the cup energy, which is fire and water. Basically divine masculine and divine feminine energies. But this is yes, celebration, union, friends. Going out, feeling positive, feeling happy, and you can manifest everything so quickly with the 8 of wands.
Yeah.
Let's take one more card.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Let's take one more card. And you know what? I love it. Queen of Pentacles. Now I got the tangible. You got the strength. Leo. Oh my God, you can't even make that up. Like this is the Queen of Pentacles here where we're feeling stable and resourceful. And, it's been a long road. It's been rocky, but she's not feeling rocky anymore because she's had to dig deep. She's had to find her strength there.
Exactly, because the strength card is not just about, strength. Sometimes it's about fighting with inner demons, fighting with anxiety, fighting with beast inside us, because we know that our mind can be a beast sometime, when it turns against us. So with these cards, the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and the strength card, I would say that, if you let go, you will receive absolutely everything because 6 and 3 are 9, which is the wish fulfillment, and we have the strength card, the infinity card as well. This is about the cycle. This is about the wheel of fortune. I think that all our cards now, Kelly, that we took is actually one huge wheel of fortune who says like what was below now, is on the surface. So we need to cleanse it in order to grow.
100%. There's the burdens, 10 of Wands. We're going to let them go, put those wands down. We're going to manifest, shoot our shot, and we're going to get that stability. And why? Because we shoot our shot. We made the effort. We put ourselves out there. We didn't hold ourselves back. We let go of the burdens. And that's what brought the stability. No risk, no reward. Right? Miro, that was an amazing check-in. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Kelly. Bye.
Bye.